northern Ethiopia. It's a state called Tigray, and they've been blocked off from not only their own government, but their own government has enlisted tribal armies to surround them and block all the roads so that no humanitarian aid could go in for 2 years. 2.2 million people. And when we were reading about it, praying about it, it's like, okay, this seems like a pretty big problem. We're not going to be able to feed 2.2 million people, but we can do something. Let's try to do something. And God says, go. And we show up in the capital of Ethiopia, and we spent a week meeting with different organizations about the problem in Tigray, and they all said, there's no way in. You can't do it. Don't even try. And they literally said, don't even try to go there. There's no way. There's no way to go. And my wife and I were like, well, we're kind of here to try. And so we're going to keep praying about it, and thank you. And ended up connecting with a YouTuber through an Ethiopian speaking video that I was watching. It's like, I think this guy's a believer, I'm going to hit him up. Turns out he has a guest house for missionaries and an uncle that lives in a small town right on the border of this state. And so we ride up with his uncle 14 hours through the Ethiopian desert and mountains, and we get there and he's like, he doesn't speak any English. We're just like, Google Translate, all right, here we go, let's see, babe, what happens here. Ends up that it worked out to get a truck, kind of like a half semi, fill it up with food, and then he's got some back roads over the mountains that we can take. And then we take these wild routes through this mountain. It took, I think it took 14 hours to get 120 miles. Yeah. And then, and then we get to these military checkpoints, and they're like, where's your papers? Like, you're not coming in here without any documents from the government saying that you're allowed to come in here. And we dilly-dally just long enough for fighting to break out behind us, and this dude would be like, just go, just get out of here. And he lets us go, and we get in and just start feeding people. And it's me and my wife and these two guys that don't speak a word of English.